I struggle with video ideas quite a lot and I have no idea where I am right now. Someone DM'd me and said, make a video about YouTube anxiety. The worry that when you first make a YouTube video that other people are going to see it, and knowing that people from your school are going to see something you've done, or people from your work or something, going into work or going into school, and knowing that they've seen you either make a fool out of yourself or talk to a camera, which is quite an alien thing to do. Although because I've been doing it now for almost 3 years, it's normal for me, you know, it's normal just to turn on the camera and talk to it, when the fact is it's a really normal thing to do, and there's people right there and it's really awkward. That's what I want to talk about. You see, there's nothing wrong with this, there's nothing wrong with what I'm doing right now. I'm talking to people, I'm talking to my online friends, you know, I consider my viewers my friends, and it's never really bothered me. When I was in college, a lot of people asked me for me to put them in my videos, which was such a good compliment. It made me realise that people actually wanted me to show them to the world, you know, show the people I care about, my friends, to the world, and that made me so happy. But obviously this story won't be for everyone. There'll be some people who take the piss out of you because you do this, you talk to a bit of camera stuff. The point I'm trying to make is there's no real shame in what I do. I make videos that aim to help people because I like the idea of making people aware of situations such as depression and self-harm and social anxiety, because it is a thing, you know, especially in this day and age when people are so judgmental. But the thing is, people are always judgmental. We can't take that away from them. It's part of some people's personality. Some people make a living out of being judgmental, like fucking Simon Cowell, arsehole. You know, of course there's anxieties that come along with this whole YouTube thing, like making sure my hair is okay and making sure that, you know, my clothes are okay and stuff. But at the same time, you know, I'm making sure that you're in focus, which is a real challenge sometimes. I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not afraid of anything like that. I've never really been afraid of it at all. The only one thing I'm afraid of is talking and people walking past me and they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm talking to a camera, what are you doing? Please know that there's nothing wrong with being afraid of this, because it is quite an alien thing to do at first, you know, which is why I primarily made videos in my room. See, even just then, I apologise for talking to you guys, which is such a weird thing to do. It's so bizarre and it's really windy. You know, the truth is, I've always been quite a bizarre person, and I've always had thoughts in my head, just random thoughts that I thought I would share with the world. And that's why I love doing this, because I love sharing things with people. I love giving people ideas and sharing pictures and videos and things like that. And I find it quite strange how I apologise for doing my passion. But going back to the whole starting off with YouTube and knowing that people at school are going to see your videos, honestly, my message to anyone who wants to do that is really, what's the worst that can happen, really? At the end of the day, you're doing your passion, you're singing, you're dancing, you're doing whatever you want to do, and that's beautiful. That's something that a lot of people haven't got the courage to do, and the fact that you want to do it is so good. I genuinely applaud anyone who actually wants to do that, because this whole YouTube thing can seem a bit daunting sometimes, but the truth is, once you start, you can't stop. We can, but I don't want to stop. Don't worry about an expensive camera, don't worry about looking good. As long as your content is nice and your stories and your points of the videos are actually plausible, then go for it. I've chosen a really windy day to record a video. I might have to re-record this, but please, if you want to start, then by all means start it, please, because it's such a wonderful thing to get into. There's so many success stories from YouTube. Justin Bieber, Tyler Oakley, Dan and Phil. There's so many success stories. I'm not saying that every single YouTuber is going to become really successful, but you don't know until you try. Don't consider yourself a failure because you haven't tried. It's like buying a scratch card in a way. If you don't buy one, you'll never know what you could have won, I think. I'm gonna go home. Those who've been watching my videos for a long time will know that I used to make videos in college, and literally not like, you know, edit them. I mean literally talking to a camera in a classroom. Obviously after school when no one was there, of course. But I did that because it was instant, you know. After college I would just, you know, okay, just put my stuff down and just talk to a camera. I did that because I loved it, really. And obviously since I've left college, I'm still doing it. I'm still talking to cameras and things, but I'm doing it in my room, in my own time. And obviously because I was doing it in college, a lot of people saw me around school with my massive camera and my tripod and stuff. Every single day I would bring in my massive DSLR because that was the only camera I had at the time. I would just talk to it. There's really nothing wrong with it at all. Yeah, it seems wrong, it seems weird, you know, but it's not. It's beautiful, I guess. Yes, there comes a time when it gets in the way of things, it gets in the way of dates, it gets in the way of family occasions, and that's when you have to have your own limits and things. And I apologise to Katie for that, my girlfriend, doing it to document what's going on in my life, because some people find that really interesting, and I know my videos aren't the best, like Casey Neistat, but still, it's a way of cleansing the mind. As soon as I press the off button, I take a deep breath, I leave it for a little while, and I edit. But there's nothing wrong with YouTube at all. Once you get going, it's like riding a bike. Sometimes you fall off, but you pick yourself up and you dust yourself off and you do it again. And there's nothing wrong with having stabilizers. You know, a lot of people do really basic videos like 25 facts about me. Everyone has to start somewhere. If people at school, people at college are judging you for that, then judge them back, because they're judging you. Judgeception. Anyway, I am going to go and edit this thing and possibly do a time lapse and sort my hair out, because it's like I've just been dragged through a hedge backwards. My message to anyone who wants to make a YouTube video, who wants to start YouTubing, go for it. I will definitely support you. I support everyone who's actually made the plunge into this YouTube ocean thing. Yeah, so hopefully this video made some sense. Love you all, and I'll see you soon. Mwah. And feel free to subscribe, and yeah, see ya. Oh god, my hair.